Hi guys, let's talk today about objections and how to handle them as a Beachbody coach. Oh boy, where do we start with this one? The US, the UK, Canada and the rest of the world for that matter are obese. Not everybody, but the percentage of the population in each of the countries has risen to epidemic proportions, and that's why we are here as Beachbody coaches offering value. But the byproduct of an obese society is that a large proportion of people just can't be bothered. They can't be bothered to perform any sort of physical exercise. Everything's an effort. I work online and I know the patterns about people being too lazy to click on the right hand side of the page versus the left, and conversion strategies and things like that. And if people are too lazy to move a mouse, a mouse pointer, an extra couple of inches, sometimes getting some of these people to exercise can be a huge thing. But let's just get this straight, it's not your fault. As a Beachbody coach, you are going to receive a lot of objections. You're going to receive far more objections than you receive yes, I'll sign up. Let's face it, that is true. Some people opt for other options, and look, getting into shape and becoming fitter is such an emotively driven subject. Everybody's got an opinion on it, because everybody is living in a body and everybody's got some sort of health and shape issues and fitness issues. The beauty of this is everybody's your target audience. Maybe not all at once, but at one point or another, everyone's your target audience. But you are going to face objections. That's why personal development is so important in this business, because there's going to be some real feel-good factors, but when you feel down and nobody's sort of being responsive to your invites or responsive to your enthusiasm, you're going to hit that brick wall now and again. And you need to use personal development to pick you back up. Use me, use our coach network as well, because sometimes I feel it, but I just pick myself back up and realise that objections are par for the course. One of the main ones you're going to be hit with straight away is, it's too expensive. I've had a look, it's too expensive. This is where you need to outline the value, the real value, and how expensive is your fitness and your health. Offset it against some of this person's, the person in mind who's giving you the objection. Offset it against some of their other lifestyle choices. This is where you have to teach, not preach. It's still ultimately down to their decision. But when there's price objections, there's options with Beachbody. Look, we just want to put people on this simple fitness pathway, but I would advise, if you start throughout the invite process, if you start with a challenge pack and listen to them, you've already been through a consultation period with them to find out this person's why and their needs. So if they come back and object to the price of a challenge pack, say, okay, no problem, I understand. What about trialing Beachbody on demand for 2 weeks? That's free. That's a complete no-brainer to me. You can also try things like, okay, so what about Clean Week? Clean Week works out, well, at this present time at around £25 or $25 if you're in the US and Canada. So there's options. Start with a challenge pack, peel back as a plan B to maybe Clean Week, because it is another simple pathway into try and Shakeology for a week, try and workouts for a week. It's like a mini challenge pack if you want. And then if they just say, look, money's completely out of the question at the minute, then use plan C, which is the free trial of Beachbody on demand. because once these people see results, and once they get embroiled, and once they've committed to part of an exercise routine, that's kind of effort currency, if you want. So once they've expended this effort currency, they don't want that to go down the drain. So they're likely to move on from Beachbody On Demand to maybe a mini challenge pack, or clean week if you want, up to a full-blown challenge pack, or just become Beachbody On Demand subscribers. So there's a way of handling price objections, and obviously you have to work with people as well and work around their payday. Some people are going to go into your prospect follow-up list and just use Google Calendar or whatever kind of calendar tools you like to make sure you pinpoint a further date that's more suitable to your prospective customer when they're likely to kind of interact with you more and purchase the goods and the values you're offering. So yeah, number one is too expensive. Number two is, looks like I've already got a gym membership. I can't justify paying for workouts from home as well as this gym membership. Well, there's a few options there really, because you can perform Beachbody On Demand in a gym environment as well. But if they, via their smartphone, but if they don't want to do that, you can say, okay, how long have you been going to the gym? Oh, well, off and on 5 years. And this is where you can say to them, are you happy with your results? Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to have, actually no. And this is your opportunity to say, look, why don't you park your gym membership for a while, or look, before you cancel your gym membership, why don't you try this? Why don't you try the Beachbody On Demand free trial for 14 days and see how you get on? Clear out your garage. I'll loan you some dumbbells, or get some cheap dumbbells, or line them up with a workout routine that requires no equipment, Core de Force or Insanity or something like that. There's loads of options there for you. So gym memberships, yeah, and this is where it's important to understand your audience before you invite them. You can probably look on their timeline, or this person, or you can have a look around and see what they're surrounding themselves with their online CV if you want. Google their name, find out what they're about, see which social media networks they're hooked up in, find out if they have a gym membership. Because it is important, your angle based on that. So there are options out there, and people tend to come and go to the gym, and there's no real value. The proportion of people who go to the gym and are good within the gym setup are very minor, and it can be quite elitist in my experience. I went to the gym for years. I couldn't go back there now, for a number of reasons. But gym memberships, you can outweigh the pros and cons of going to a gym. You can offset them against the benefits of training from your own home. The fact that it doesn't have to be a fashion show in your own home. You can just train in the same manky pair of shorts all week. And for the ladies, they don't feel like they have to get all made up, or feel like self-conscious of people watching them around the gym. They can just train out however they like, in the comfort of their own home. You can offset these benefits and really kind of plant a seed in them about gym memberships. But that's it really for gym memberships. You can really wrestle people away from the gym if you want to. You just have to be diligent with it, really. The third one is, really aimed towards Shakeology, and I get a lot of personal trainers and people who know about nutrition will challenge me and say, okay, so you've sold us on Shakeology, I do accept that is a great supplement, and it's going to be very beneficial. But why don't you just eat real food? And the matter of fact is is really customers don't eat what they would get through Shakeology, benefit wise and nutrient wise, so nutrient dense. They don't get that through regular food, and nor are they likely to adjust their shopping bill accordingly to accrue all these weird and wonderful ingredients that benefit you, so much. And out of convenience, if people are at work, I know myself, I often have Shakeology at work. All I've got is my pack of Shakeology there, make a quick shake, rustle that up, get that down, or people are working on the fly, or sales reps or whatever who are out and about in the field. They are, constantly on the go, and it's convenient. It's convenient to slug a quick shakedown, as opposed to preparing a meal that's going to take you an hour and a half to sort out. So there is that really, and just people don't eat that level of profile of real food. It's great that some personal trainers and some people, kind of who are elevated within the nutrition field, it's great that they do. But what you need to understand is Joe Public doesn't, and Joe Public needs a simple answer. And I keep on using this simple pathway to put them on and to help them. So you get them on Beachbody On Demand, you get them to drink Shakeology, they will benefit. And it's simple and it's accessible by all. So you can, combat the real food argument there if you want. A few ideas there. Number 4 is, I'm not into these fad diets. Well, hey, guess what? Neither am I. I can't stand fad diets anyway. I'm not trying those, banning carbs constantly for a month or whatever, or, jumping on this bandwagon, or let's have juice for a week, or whatever. The popular diets. And this isn't a diet per se. This is a lifestyle change. And without getting into, that's a whole other conversation, but you can put that in front of people and say, look, I'm not into fad diets either. This isn't a fad diet. It's that simple pathway. You have your Shakeology. I can guide you towards nutrition as well. And, you can use the portion fix for that. Really simple thing to do. Not a fad diet as such. You're eating all food groups. You're not omitting any particular food substance at all. So it is really accessible. It'll take some practice, but you need to outline the benefits there. This isn't a fad diet. This is long-term lifestyle change. Number 5 is this a scam? Is this just one of those schemes? Is this, I've heard of this, and realistically, if you look online, if you want to find that something's a scam, you'll find somebody moaning about it, and but this is a sustainable business model that's moved across here from the US. Beachbody have been going out. I've been involved with Beachbody for 8 years through using their products. They are a trustworthy brand, and thousands of people who have come out of this with successful, healthy lifestyles. They feel great. They've got amazing before and after pics. This isn't a scam. This is such an easy one to curve round. A scam is something that objectors want to throw back at you, but it really isn't a thing, and it's easy to curve around that one. Number 6 is, look, I'm not. Am I going to have to sell to people? Or I'm not really into sales. I don't want to appear too salesy to my network. No, I'm no salesman. I'm not a sales guy. You're not effectively. I don't look at this as selling to people even. The route to goal is you are selling products, I suppose, in the vulgar sense of it, but You are helping people. You are finding out people's problems. You are aligning solutions to solve those problems, and that pretty much is it. So you don't have to come across as salesy. Look, all you have to do is share your own fitness journey. That's how I started. I just started sharing pictures. Look, I've lost 2 stone. Look, I can see a bit of a 6-pack there. Look, I can see a complete 6-pack. Look, I've grown muscles. You know, it's so easy. Just share your story, and people will come to you. It's part of attraction marketing as well. People will be interested when they see your results. So you don't have to be salesy. You are sharing your journey and then having conversations with people. And yes, you're inviting them to a challenge group, but you are not pushing products onto them until they ask you about it. That's the key. So you don't have to be salesy at all. And that's a great thing. And I hope I'm listening to that as well, because I don't want to be salesy. Number 7. I'm too busy. I'm just too busy. You don't understand. I've got all these things going on in my life. Everything's a bit this and that at the moment. How often do you hear that? I'm banging my head off a brick wall when I hear, oh, look, things have been this and that. I do listen, and I do get people's frustrations with, you know, and the importance to their own issues. That's their world. That's everything to them. Listen, things are this and that for me and my family, and I've got things going on, and sometimes life takes over, and sometimes the Beachbody business and my own fitness journey takes a backseat to that. But then I use it to make us feel happy around such issues. So we need to kind of teach this to people. And look, there's some products within there, like 10-minute trainer. If people are like, look, I haven't got time, you say, well, have you got 10 minutes? Have you got 10 minutes a day? Can you make 10 minutes? Have you tried early morning workouts? Oh, well, no, I don't know. Who needs you at 6 a.m? Yes, it takes effort. And yes, you could do it before work. But I've been doing that for years. That particular program works for me. Getting up first thing, having some energized pre-workout, hopping in the gym, and I feel great. The endorphin rush all day when I go to work, while people are coming in, still chewing on their breakfast, still rubbing their eyes, half asleep, can't be bothered and whatever. You know, you find a way. You've got to find a way to address your health. You know, will you have time if you contract an illness? If you have to go to the doctors, if you've got an infection. This is a bit harsh saying things like that, but you know, people will find a way. Everybody's got 10 minutes, I'm sorry, but everybody's got 10 minutes. Just find a way. And if it's not 10 minutes, you know, a lot of the routines, you can do them within half an hour. There's Focus T25, there's 22 minutes hardcore, there's P90X3, there's Insanity Max 30. All of these adhere to, you know, 30 minutes or less workout per day. So just really offer your value as a coach again for that, and you know, people may think they're too busy. You just find a way of enlightening them on that, and just offering to curve around that busy period, and in fact, people who become coaches may become less busy. They may become more busy in the first instance to accrue this on top of their everyday lifestyle and their current employment. But if this leads to becoming a full-time coach, they'll have more time. So, you know, you will have to gauge with diligence again on how to introduce different things to work with people to add this time to work out into their day. It's much more time effective than going to a gym, getting parked, going into the changing room. You know, you can do it around other things. You can do it while the tea's cooking. You can do it, you know, while you've just popped the washing in. You can do it while the baby's asleep. You know, you can do it while the dog's in the garden. You can fit it in your lifestyle much better than going to the gym, and you can find time. I'm sorry, definitely can find time. And the final objection here, there may be more, but I'm trying to include as much as possible here, is my partner doesn't agree with it. My partner, more often than not, you'll find that if somebody's enthusiastic and their partner isn't, and their partner's like, oh, I don't want them losing weight because that means they'll have a go at me, and you know, it's really kind of harsh. But you know, people are leading combined financial lives, which is very understandable. But again, offer them the 14-day free trial, offer them clean week, and once they see the benefits of this and how much it means to them, if that partner truly understands, then they will say, yeah, that's great, and they may maybe become on board, hop on board themselves. Who knows? But yeah, that can be a difficult one to curve around, but there are options in which to do so. Again, you have to offset these against the different persona groups involved. But anyway, that's enough of me rattling on about objections. But this video is quite long because objections can be quite long, hard, fast. They come in many shapes and forms, so you know, but don't be afraid. I always say the one yes and discard the 50 no's or the 20 no's. Just keep on plugging away and the yeses override the no's, believe me. Alright, cheers guys.